Ultimate weight loss attitude. We in the diet and exercise industry have our own opinions on what diets work and which ones are just sales gimmicks. This can be very discouraging to you, the consumer. Unfortunately, a lot of people want to get on the bandwagon of wellness and tap into millions of Americans' desperate need to feel better, lose weight and get in better shape. Over my 20-year tenure in the weight loss business, I have seen every single program and have heard thousands of success and failure stories. The facts are that any dietary plan on the market has some portion of it that works, but the basic principle of any good eating program, no matter how sugar-coated, centers around calories in, calories out. The eating only one type of food diets will not be effective, and such a restricted diet defeats you mentally. Most diets are just too unrealistic for a person's lifestyle. Plus, they don't supply enough basic nutritional needs for people to stay with them. Balance is the key. Attitude is the key to keeping balance. If you were going to travel to the other side of the world, you'd need to plan it. I mean, you're not going to just book a seat on a plane, take off and just take it all as it comes. You need to plan your finances, organize time off from work, get a visa, book accommodation, the list goes on. Well, the same detail needs to be applied when you're trying to change your life. The best way to do this is to set goals. Goal setting is used by all successful people. It gives them a plan of attack. It keeps them focused on the small things that must be done to achieve big dreams. It tells them precisely what they must do each day in order to succeed. I bet when you've tried to rid yourself of excess fat in the past, you've just said, "I'm going to lose 10 kilograms. I'm going to exercise, and I'm not going to eat fat," and that is your plan. Many people struggle with losing weight either for a short time in the spring or summer or for their whole life. There are many things that you can do to make the difference between being overweight or not. Based on the way that your lifestyle is, there are two big things that you have to concern yourself with: diet and exercise. Diet is what you eat. We all know that we should not eat food that is bad for us, but how about the flip side? How about eating more foods that are better for us? Today at lunch I could have gone out for fast food, or I could have stayed in and eaten the soup and fruit that I brought with me. I ate the soup. Today is generally the way that I eat, which is eating by design. I plan in the morning what I will eat and then pack it with me so that I do eat it and not something that is more convenient at the time. Tomorrow I may go out for lunch instead, but I know that in 2 weeks I will have eaten all but 3 meals or so by preparing them myself and not by having a restaurant prepare them for me. I eat what I should, and if I eat any prepared food, that I know that it is one bad decision compared to all of the good decisions that I make. Water is also a big part of my diet. I drink water throughout the day so that my body can easily digest my food, and also so that I am not hungry and looking for some junk food. Exercise is the other part of a great health plan and is the basis, to me, of how to best lose weight. I ride a bike to work all summer so I can get 2 good workouts in a day, but on the weekend I take it easy so that during the next week I am not getting too sore to keep up my exercise schedule. Exercising 1 a day is a great way to get better health, and if you can keep up a high heart rate of at least 30 minutes a day, it will burn more calories constantly during the day every day. Now that winter is coming, I will be balancing my cardio on an indoor elliptical trainer with some weights to gain a bit more muscle. The importance of weight training cannot be understated. If you have more muscle, your body has to work a little harder to keep itself going. This will burn more calories. Lastly, I think that losing weight has a lot to do with a great, excited attitude. I have always found that when I am in my best shape, I have a great attitude about my exercise and my eating. Workouts are a breeze, and I am working towards my exercise goals consistently. My eating is really good, and I am proud of the things that I am putting into my mouth, and finally my outlook is great because I feel excellent about the way I look and feel. Let's face it, every regime has its own supply of useless folklore and half-truths that get passed on down the line from person to person. But I'd put weight loss up against any of them for what has to be the most time-wasting and even the most dangerous myths out there. There is a ton of free advice seen in the media these days, and if it is taken seriously, can really set you back in your weight loss endeavors. This can lead to the kind of frustration that makes people think they are destined to remain fat for the rest of their life. This is not true. Have a look at the weight loss myths below and draw your own conclusions. Exercise on an empty stomach and burn more fat. Effective weight loss is the total amount of calories burned during the day, not how or why they were burned. It doesn't matter if it is night or morning, so exercise early in the day has no advantage to exercise later in the day. Studies show that increased metabolism induced by anaerobic exercise is actually less after a large meal. Which probably means that more energy is being used for digestion than what is being used to repair muscle. More exercise is better. Every exercise session is beneficial to each individual, or is not always better. It depends on what is trying to be achieved. There is a level and frequency required to achieve results. After this level is reached, additional exercise can have the opposite effect, not allowing the body to recuperate and adapt to the stress induced by the exercise, which can be detrimental to your results. After stopping exercise, muscle will turn to fat. This is not possible. Muscle and fat are two different types of tissues in the body and you cannot convert one into the other. This is like trying to turn water into oil. If you stop training, the muscles will shrink in size but they will not disappear. The more calories taken in that are not burned off will be deposited as fat. If you're not sweating, you're not working hard enough. Sweating is the body's way of cooling itself down. Many factors contribute to body temperature, including room temperature, types of exercise done, body fat levels, clothing, and exercise intensity. The intensity for exercise can't be judged by the amount you sweat. A well-trained person will often sweat a lot because their body can more efficiently regulate heat. Taking sugar before exercise raises energy levels. Ingestion of sugar will lead to a rapid rise in blood sugar levels. This rapid rise stimulates a release of insulin, which quickly removes the excess sugar from the blood system, often causing your blood sugar levels to drop, sometimes below the level that it started at, leading to faster exhaustion. Gaining weight is just a part of getting older. Getting older is not an excuse for gaining weight. As we age and begin a more sedentary lifestyle, we start to lose muscle mass. The efficiency of your metabolism is directly linked to how much muscle you have on your body. The most efficient way of maintaining your body's muscle mass and keeping your metabolism from dropping is by doing a high-intensity strength training workout once a week. If it's fat-free, I can have as much as I want. Unfortunately, fat-free doesn't mean calorie-free. The word fat-free is misleading because if you overeat on anything, even fat-free foods, and you don't burn off those calories, your body will store the excess as fat. Don't drink water when you exercise or you will get cramps. By drinking liters of icy cold water in one go while exercising, you will probably suffer from cramps. This is why it is important to drink water continuously before, during and after exercising to replace the fluid you've lost and avoid any discomfort. By not having a personal trainer, I won't make gains. Hiring a personal trainer is one way you can use to reach your goals, but you are an adult capable of making decisions and setting your own goals once you have the knowledge of how to go about it. Following a good exercise program and eating plan does not require someone standing over you and telling you how to do it. By exercising my abs, I will lose my potbelly. Exercising your abdominals will help to tone and firm the abdominal region, but it will not reduce fat deposits that are responsible for a potbelly. Fat reduction comes from burning more calories than you take in. Fat is reduced uniformly throughout the body. There is no such thing as spot. There is a perfect diet for you that will give you a consistent weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds a week, the quickest rate you can lose fat healthily. The perfect diet is balanced and has exactly the right nutrients you need. When you eat it, you feel great. You're full of energy. Your skin glows. The perfect diet has adequate amounts of lean protein, complex carbohydrates, nutrient-rich fruit, vegetables, oils and seeds. It provides the full range of minerals, vitamins and other micronutrients without the need for lots of supplements. And it takes into account your food preferences. You could visit a nutritionist or a registered dietitian today and get a diet tailor-made for you, or you could choose to follow any number of sensible balanced diet plans out there in books and online. Good idea? Not necessarily so. If you have the strength of will and determination to follow the perfect diet, it may be worth it. But how good have you been at following diets in the past? Most people are far from perfect when it comes to sticking to a diet regime, no matter how much they try. And modern life rarely lends itself to following perfect plans. Plus, it can be demoralizing to start out full of hope and determination and find out that your willpower is not that great. In fact, trying to be perfect can be one of the fastest ways to fail and give your self-esteem a beating. Maybe you give up altogether, or maybe you just say to yourself, "I'll start again on Monday," but whatever you do, it's not the most effective approach. In fact, I believe the perfect diet is not one which you receive on a few sheets of paper and follow forevermore. The perfect diet is one you grow into. You achieve the perfect diet for your lifestyle when you gradually improve your eating habits, one small step at a time. This way you get a real taste of success to encourage you to continue making improvements until you are eating healthily most of the time, yet still enjoying the odd treat and overindulgence. The perfect diet feels like something you want to do because it feels natural, and that can only come when you give yourself time to change. You lose weight faster in the end simply because it works, and the perfect thing about it is that the weight stays off permanently. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and for more ways on how to lose weight, check out the link in the description.